All right. This is part two. You know, Wacky Christians are the history of the so-called Negroes. All right, and yeah, man, Wacky Christian from EX-Ministries, Geno Jennings. All right, so on, man. Even you know, from other scoffers, man, just ignorant, man. All right. So, they ignorant about the so-called Negroes history. Right? So I'm dealing with the tribes of Judah, so-called Negroes, Benjamin, so-called West Indians, and Levy, so-called Haitians. Because that's its ministry. They're saying that the so-called Negroes are not Israelites, but you have all the archaeological evidence that there are, also biblical evidence, man. All right, so most importantly, most the biblical evidence. All right, it says Psalms 85:11 says, "Truth shall spring out of earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven." All right, but one thing you identify who are the Israelites is through the curses in Deuteronomy 28. All right, in Deuteronomy 28, verse 45, 46, tell you that the curses in the book of Deuteronomy should be a sign of wonder who the Israelites are. See, these wacky Christians, they don't have an idea, what the hell is going on. I'm trying to find a page now to see. Okay. And this is the history of Jake in Algeria. All right, you can read that for yourself. The top of it, but I'm gonna get to the point, particularly a little bit down further. It says right here, it says, and this is a credible site, www.jewishvirtuallibrary.org. All right. Since, G. Lewis talking about Google. All right. You go to guys with the sources, man. And you can look these sources yourself in all books and stuff, man. All right. It says right here about the Jews of Algeria and Africa. It said very few of the Spanish exiles, 1492. Came to Algeria. The only city that attracted them was Slough, if I pronounce this wrong, Telecman. It might be a silent T or, all right, I'm try to pronounce the best I can. Telecum, all right, or it might be Lacum, all right, Lacam, which they reach by the way of Oran. It has been said, however, that the loss of Granada, Spain in 1492 by the Muslims have grave repercussion for Jews in Nigeria in cases such as that of Muslim preacher al-Mahili. Resentment was expressed in violent tirades against the Jews. All right, so this guy was wicked towards our people. It said the prosperous, powerful communities of Telecman, and in particular Tort, were destroyed some years later. Results of agitation just after the events, the Spanish occupation, Oran and Bougie, around 1509 to 1708, and Bougie 1509 to 55, resulted in Jewish property being pillaged, and the Jews themselves sold as slaves. I'll read it again. And the Jews themselves sold as slaves. All right. So what country was 1509? Spain had about 1509, man. They had the island Hispaniola. All right, they had Jamaica. All right. So a lot of so-called Negroes up there in Spanish colonies, man. They're Israelites, man. All right, they're Benjamites. All right, and some of those slaves from Jamaica came to here to America, man. All right, so you have a little bit, you had a little Benjamite among tribal Judah, so-called Negroes, man. All right, you know, or they all right. It says Jacob B. Aaron, transparent, convinced to Spain or Iran that Arab policy will be served by accepting the Jewish community in Iran. All right. And this guy, I looked it up, Jacob Casino. All right. So he lived during the 17th century. So this was good. What's going on, man. All right. But the point is, it says Spanish Caucasian 1509 that it says the Jews themselves sold as slaves, man. All right. All right. So wherever the Hispaniola, Jamaica, a lot of people, some of them from Nigeria, man. All right. Let me get this right here. It says Nigeria. All right. It says right here. It says right here. It says the decline of Negro City right here. We're talking about the Israelites in Nigeria. All right. It said this is Ebo Bebene Gafra said descending from Gad, a son of Jacob. All right. Ebo Benan Zimmetrace, the ancestor to Jacob's fifth son, Zebulon, the tribe of Zebulon. The Ebo Benan Manasseh, I believe to be descended from Manasseh. All right. Joseph's 11th son. All right. So there you go, man. It says, on read up top, it says, according to oral tradition, the Igbo have resided in Igbo land and region of Nigeria for over 1,500 years. Before that, tradition asserted there was migrants from ancient Israel. There exists a number of theories explaining whom the Igbo are descended, how they came to Nigeria. One theory contends the Igbo are descended of a number of Jacob's sons. Within the Igbo, there exists three ethnic sub-identities. There are Bene Gaf, Bene Zebulon, Bene Manasseh. All right, it's more tribes than that. All right, and they could most like they came 70 after 70 Salak 70 AD. All right, Romans had massacre our people. They fled Rome in 70 AD, the burning of Jerusalem. And leave before that, man, you had Israelite posts in North Africa, and they moved further to West Africa, man. Also with the Carthaginian Empire, Hannibal. All right, Hannibal was Israelite. All right, so there you go, man. Right here, you can read it yourself. All right. It says right here, it says persecution trade had been the major influence factors how Jews migrated to Africa during periods of Islamic persecution. And for purpose of trade, Jews moved from communities in Egypt, Ethiopia, Tunisia, Morocco to more remote regions of North and West Africa. Trade routes to West Africa may have been established early as the period in which David ruled Israel. The term Tarshish found Tarshish may refer to Ivory Coast, but Tarshish is talking about Spain. All right, so they're going off about that. All right, it says the decline of Jewish communities, our Israelite community of West Africa, can be traced to the arrival of Muslim invaders in 14th, 15th centuries. North and West African Jews banded with other local communities of Berber Christian Greeks to ward off the invaders, but eventually succumbed. Many were forced to convert to Islam. All right, that's why you see like a lot of Israelite names in Arabic. Like Yaakov was his Jacob. Dawah was his Dawad, David. Suleiman, Solomon, man, but they still kept their Israelite identity. You know, you find some of the names created out of Israel, Israel. All right. Musa was just Moses. All right. Speaking of clues, man, it said men were forced to convert to Islam, sold into slavery, or simply massacred. In the face of persecution, written tradition as the Torah was lost. It says the Igbo B'nai Israel, though having no written evidence of their Jewish heritage, maintain a strong oral tradition, practice many Jewish customs in secret. Records of these medieval Jewish community found Timbuktu, Mali, Islamic library. All right, that's why the party they Arabs went and destroyed some of the library, man. Probably was Esau doing that shit, man. I destroyed evidence that was in Mali. It says Mali Islamic library indicate presence of Jewish family in the region before the arrival of Islam in 1300s CE. All right, so there you go, the evidence, man. All right, all these scoffers, man. You got hey, you go to a library, you go to Africa yourself, man. Go to Mali, go to Nigeria. All right, go to Morocco, Mauritania, man. Go to North Africa, man, Tunisia, Algeria, man. Visit these places, man. Don't sit up here and take our word. Do your research for yourself, man. Get up, get off your ass, man. All right. You know, stop being simple, taking trips to Jamaica and all that nonsense, man. All right. Go investigate yourself, man. All right. Well, your house, I said in the scripture, says, study to show thyself approval, man. He talking about scriptures, but also look up to do the archaeology, man. Do the work. Go being lazy, man. All right, don't be lazy like the wacky Christians, man. All right, so I'll give you a picture of this map that you could download yourself, you know, and show you different select these sites where show maps where you could download these maps yourself, man, for Israelites in Africa, man. All right. All right, you could download yourself. There's this site, www.israeliteliving.com. It's a combination of historical maps undeniably showing the Israelite presence within the land masses known today as Turkey, Asia Minor, Africa, and America. All right, so right here, upside down map of Africa, 1520, showing the tribe of Issachar right next to the tribe of Judah. All right. Niger, right? So yeah, it's a car race over there. We already know this, man. Israel scattered all over earth, man. All right, all Northern Kingdom, they didn't come to America, man. Some stayed behind and dwelt among Judah. All right. Yeah, no such thing, no Solomon Sheba, man. So that's bull. All right. It says this African map was 76 show the Judah tribes in West and Central Africa early as 10th century. Also show biblical patriot none in Northwest Africa along with the desert. And West got named after Adams and some. So that just, I don't know, that might be a military. Some say he did come to over there, Morocco. No, over there in Syrian Libya, man. You know, to subdue the Canaanites there, but there's no biblical evidence of that. All right. But there you go, man. All these different maps, man. 1794 map showing the ancient tribes of Judah in West, Central, and East Africa. There are also many biblical cities located in this map. All right, so you could download these maps yourself, man. All right. 1811 map of East Africa, many biblical city names. Also show Portuguese found one of King David descendant kings in the year 1520. All right. So this all these wacky Christians, man. They're not gonna look this up. They don't know scriptures. They don't know history, man. All right. All this evidence right here. 1817 map of West Africa and Judah tribes within a major present North Africa classified by the name Yehudi at the top of the map. Like, that's what Ishmael, so-called Arabs, calls Yehudi. Said, man, I mentioned a book of Hebrewism in West Africa, man. See all this information, man. So this said,